I know you will never let me go. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Purpose and You Talk Show. And tonight's edition is a classic. It's going to be an extremely interesting conversation. My name is Mr. Purpose International, founder of Africa's premier and leading Purpose and Self-Discovery Academy. This edition is with 4 amazing past alumni of the Purpose Discovery Academy. We are still celebrating 16 years of the Purpose Center. We founded this ministry, this organization 16 years ago, and God has done great things through this noble vision. So tonight I'm going to be joined on the show tonight 4 fabulous, young, dynamic, amazing, purpose-driven young people who are making global impact from their local sphere of influence. So I'm just going to leave you to enjoy the song on the background. The maestro, the eagle himself, Minister Dusi Onyekon, a man who is obviously living right in the center of God's purpose for his life. This is one of his latest songs, and I absolutely love this song, Run to You. So please share the videos, share the video link with your friends, with your network. King Dapa, I see you. The Shepherd, I see you. Ebuka, I see you. Let's wait for every other guest to join live. I run to you. So please, wherever you're joining from tonight, can you just type in the comment section where you are joining from? We're going to have an amazing time. We're talking tonight on the power of purpose. The power of purpose. What happens to you when you discover God's purpose for your life? And this is practical stories that will inspire you, ignite your own passion to pursue God's purpose for your life. I say every time that you don't live by public opinion and end up in dominion. You can't become the best version of yourself if you are trying to imitate other people. Hosted by Joyce. Thank you for joining. Please tell us where you're joining from in diaspora. If you're in Nigeria, please just type your location. So the power of purpose is what we're talking about tonight, and I think I have all my guests already ready. So I'm going to start bringing them in one by one so that we can get right into the conversation. If you are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Mr. Purpose International. I took this step of faith to obey God and follow His instructions for my life to start the Purpose Center 16 years ago. Wow, 16 years ago. And this noble vision has impacted lives across the world. I can say that to the glory of God. But we started from a very small suburb of Africa here in Nigeria, Lagos, Amarachi to be precise. But some of the participants of our Purpose Discovery Academy are joining me tonight to discuss what has happened to them, what has happened in them, and what has happened through them because of the power of purpose, discovering purpose. So I'm going to start inviting each of them in one by one. Like they say, ladies first, so I'll start with the ladies. I think Ifunanya is ready. So I'm going to send your own invite now. Ladies first, so all the gentlemen, just hold on. Let me invite all the ladies that are supposed to join us tonight.
Hey, hello.
Hey,
Mr. Purpose.
you are the first. Wow, so good to see you. I see why
Feels
your
good.
husband was awestruck. I see it. I see. I see.
Oh,
This smile.
wow.
I'm sure it cut through his heart like a hot knife through butter.
I was
So good to
entering
see you.
his
The last
eyes.
time I saw you, you were
Mm-hmm.
you were single.
Bingo. And now I'm married. Wow. God is good.
So how's married life been? How's married life been?
Woo! It's been good. It's been amazing. It's more like I should have done this earlier. That's how I feel. But yeah, no time is late. Marriage has been sweet. It's been amazing. It's been a fantastic journey so far. This is 6 months. And yes, I don't even feel pressured. I feel like I just got a partner to do life with. I just got a partner to push me to do better. Just like the Bible says that one shall chase 1,000 and two shall chase
All right,
10,000 to a
fantastic.
flight.
Let me
That's how
try
I
and add
feel.
the gentlemen that are also supposed to join us.
Hmm.
King Dapa. Okay, Daniel, I've sent you an invite to join. Oh yes, Daniel, you need to turn your camera. You are showing us your
Yeah.
entire sitting room.
Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
Hey.
Daniel.
Hi, Amarachi.
Good
Good
to
evening,
see
sir.
you.
All right, wonderful. Daniel,
Yep.
you are the exact opposite in complexion to the beautiful lady on the left here. So it's like I'm seeing night and day right in front of me.
Ah!
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's
but
fantastic.
all the same, you are still shining the light of your own purpose
Yes,
through
yes.
your sphere of influence.
100,
So good to
100.
have you here. Thank you for
Thank
being on
you.
this with me. So I think
Thank
we
you
should
for
do it
inviting me.
two before I bring in the other guests.
Okay, makes sense.
For Amarachi,
Mm-hmm.
just introduce yourself to our wonderful viewers. So let's go in this order. Your name, what you do. Of course, I've mentioned that you are married. So every guy watching this, please, she's off the market. So she's not the answer to your prayer or for a wife,
Ah!
right? So you came late. If you had found purpose earlier, maybe you would have been uh,
Hey,
positioned to propose to this amazing
Hmm.
woman. But if
Hmm.
you're a gentleman watching this and you have not found purpose, you have no business proposing to any woman, right? So
Hmm.
watch this
Word.
show till the end, right? So
Hmm.
what you do, uh, what your passion is, and any other thing you like the viewers to know about you, then Daniel, you also take it up from there. Then we just get right into it.
All right, thank you so much. My name is Amarachi Nelly Akude. Now Akude used to be Ikoro, but now Akude. Of course, you said it. I'm married. I like to call myself an audacious disruptor, and that's because I love to take challenges. I love to try new things. I love to try new heights. I like to take the bull by the horn. And what I do for purpose is mental health therapy. I love to walk people through their journey of life. I love to hear people share their story and make them know that they're not alone. I like to hold people's hands and give them the assurance that they can actually do life with people and they don't have to do life alone. I'm also a project manager. I manage a couple of projects that are centered around events and entertainment, and also that has to do with client services as well. For fun, I love to read, but most importantly, I love to travel. So travel is like my first call when it comes to fun, and then reading is the next. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty much an amazing person. I know that I'm an amazing person. This is not me trying to blow my trumpet, but I know I'm an amazing person, easily likable and very friendly.
Oh,
So I'll just draw
fantastic.
the curtain there. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
thank you
you.
for that amazing introduction of yourself. Amazing. I think I don't have my bell of blessing here. I'm supposed to just ring the bell. Bling, 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 bling,
Glory.
bling, bling, bling. So, guys, just imagine that I have a bell in my hands here, and The man to my right on your screen, maybe to your left, he helps bring about imaginations in pictures through movies. So Daniel, it's your turn to let the people watching, and we have viewers from every part of the world. We have people joining us from America, Canada, Europe, and Africa, Nigeria. So you have a global audience, right?
Yes.
So there might be an investor that wants to invest in your idea.
Hey, please, I'm ready.
So Daniel, you can go ahead.
All right. First of all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching around the world. My name is Daniel. Daniel Igiabo, to be precise. Uh, I create experiences. That's what I do. I don't just make films or make tell stories. I create experiences, long lasting, I dare say everlasting experiences with people. And I do that through theater medium, through film medium, through master of ceremony, through public speaking, through any artistic medium possible out there, right? I create experiences. So if you meet me, whatever part of me that you meet, it will create a long lasting experience in your life that you will not forget. And I will should impact or change your life in one way or the other.
Daniel, I
So,
can't hear you clearly. I can't
hey,
see.
geez,
Amarachi, can you hear Daniel loud and clear?
yeah, so
Yes,
she was even clapping for
And
me.
you
Oh,
can
that
also
means
hear me loud and
it
clear.
yes.
was.
So
Is
Yes.
it better? Have my
I think,
earpiece?
oh wow, I think it's from my end. I can't hear both of you. Maybe I need to get my headphones or something. So, but you both can hear me loud and clear, right?
Yeah,
Loud and
sure, we
clear.
can.
Yeah.
Loud and clear. Okay, maybe we should just. Oh, finally, I have our third guest, the second female on this call. Ifunanya, your video is showing. Okay, fabulous. Hey, we have another bright. These are the ladies that remind you of some scriptures, like you are the light of the world, the city set upon a hill, you cannot be hidden. So even now you were with us last week, but because you have such an amazing story of transformation, I decided to still invite you back for this week. And also because of the role you play at Purpose Discovery Academy, you're going to actually be with me every night that can. Okay. Hosted by Joyce. Thank you for that feedback. So if I just tell us who you are, what you do, and what Purpose has done for you, the discovery of purpose, or the should I use the word amplifying? What happened to you that changed everything for you within the last 1 year since you met the Purpose Discovery Academy?
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is
Mhm.
Ifunanya Ezi. Ifunanya means love, so it's all here. It's what purpose. I had to just put that so that you understand why it's very important to me. I'm a coach. If I the Almond brand. Yeah, it's a relationship coaching brand that we first I help us what relationship standards because we don't agree with Bible why it's very important relationship. So what has purpose done? I would say when I went
You have 60 seconds, though. You have 60 seconds. So give an abridged version, 60 seconds version of. I think her network is
It's four.
okay. She has network glitch. All right. When she gets back online, would continue with her story. Let me start with Mr. Daniel here. Can you just tell us
Me,
you're a
it's
storyteller,
my
but
point where I don't
in 3 minutes. Ifunanya, are you back?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, your video froze and your audio also froze. So, all right. So I think you can continue what you were saying. All right. By the way, for those who are watching, Ifunanya is joining us from Russia, and Daniel is joining us from Lagos. Amarachi is also joining us from Lagos, Nigeria. I believe so. Amarachi, are you in Abuja or Port Harcourt?
I'm somewhere far away.
You're very far away. How far are you from me?
You have to pass like 3 states before you get to where I am. In Nigeria, though.
You are in Nigeria. You are far, but you are not a Pharisee anyway. You can
No
see.
way.
Let me know if you can hear me now. I don't know. It keeps
Okay,
freezing.
your video is back. Your video is back. So just hold on a bit for now. You continue with your story. So Daniel, the statement, the power of purpose. What does that mean to you? The power of purpose. Using your own story, from the time that I met you, I think that was 2011 or 2012. So if you want to talk about the power of purpose, I want each of you to prepare to. We are going to preach now. The power of purpose in 3 minutes. You want to convince a young person, somebody watching this video, that you need to find your purpose today. So talk about it in 3 minutes. So because I know Daniel preaches every Sunday, that's why he's going first. But I want the ladies to get their lyrics together, because you don't rush a lady to do her makeup. If you want to be a husband that would last in marriage, this free marriage advice. You don't rush your wife to do her makeup. Otherwise, you may not wake up the next day to see a happy wife. So, Daniel, tell us the power of purpose in 3 minutes using your story.
Okay, beautiful. I would like to start with this quote, and it's a popular quote. When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable, right? And I started saying with that because I was predestined by my parents to be a medical doctor. Because it's funny now. It was not funny before. Because there was a prophecy that went out that I would be a doctor, right? When I was giving birth to. But you see now, the person said doctor. The person did not say medical doctor. So it could be PhD doctor. You get? So when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable, right? So all my life I've been told I was meant to be a medical student, right? So I went to school to study medicine. I was in secondary school as a science student to study medicine. And because of that, I realized that all the things I was naturally gifted with, I stopped doing them because arts and maths and science, they are almost diametrically opposed, right? They're on two different spectrums, right? So I think because of that, my life was not in the right direction, and I would say I lost a lot of time doing a couple of things that I should not be doing. And very abridged part of the story is that because of that, I wrote jam 5 times. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. They nearly sent me T-shirt. I love jam at the 6th year. Right? But guess what? Guess what? The very first time I wrote jam as an art student after I discovered myself going to the purpose school and meeting Mr. Noah, the very first time, I mean the very first attempt as an art student in line with my purpose, I got admission. Like I remember my name was number 19 amongst 50 something people.
Wow.
Yes, I couldn't forget the very first time, right? So it just made me understand that really, truly, there is so much power in living in line or living in purpose. Like the power is so available, permit me to say, almost like electricity. It literally lights up your world, right? You know the way they bring light and everything seems easy. You want to cook it easy, you want to wash it easy. Once there is light, and that's the kind of power that purpose brings to your life, right? It literally brings light to your life, and you see the pathway, you see the direction to which you should be moving in, and it just makes
So Daniel, you have
everything
30
easy.
seconds more. You have 30 seconds more. 30
Yeah,
seconds more.
30 seconds more. It just makes everything easy. You get okay. It just makes everything easy, right? So yeah, so because of that, I know I'm on the right path. Uh, Doing things and getting things done is very easy, and I can literally say I have more impact in my life, not just personally in my personal life, but also impacting my world. So I can tell you that purpose is powerful. If you're listening to me and you've not been living your life in purpose, yeah, I just wasting your time. I try
Wow,
anyway. Thanks
thank
for
you.
the Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, who would like to go next between the ladies? The power of purpose. That statement, I want you to pitch to some young girl somewhere in Africa, somewhere in Europe, somewhere watching this video. I want you to pitch with this statement to a young person who does not want to go in the direction of living beyond self, because fulfilling purpose is not just about sitting on a dead horse or sitting on a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like going against the tide, going against the norm, going against the status quo, going against popular opinion, going against the known in search of the unknown, because every human being you see is actually invisible. What we
Mm,
see on the outside are our earth suits.
mm.
So purpose, the power of purpose, what does that mean to you, Amarachi? I had to pick you. I
Yeah.
had to pick you.
Okay, so for me, the power of purpose, what it means to me is self-awareness, to be honest. It's knowing who you are, knowing what you've been called for, knowing where you're going to. You might not have the full picture, but understanding that this is what has been mapped out for me, knowing the roadmap for your life and following it with all tenacity, with everything that you've got inside of you, regardless of what people say or think. Um, Let me connect it to my own life story and discovery, just the way Daniel did. Growing up for me, I had too many talents, to be honest, that I got confused on what exactly I wanted to do. But there was one thing that I know that my parents laid as a background for me is that they gave me room to express myself. So sorry, Daniel, I'm not like your own parent. My parents are not like yours, rather. So they gave
No.
me they gave me enough room to express myself. So it's more like whatever you want to be, just be it. It doesn't matter. You want to be a dancer. There was a time that my goal was to be a dancer. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be an actress. At some point, I wanted to just go into music. At some point, I just wanted to be, what's it called? A guitarist and a
Violence.
violist. I think that's what, exactly. But I had enough room to express myself. However, at some point, I had to sit down to ask myself questions like, okay, I know that I'm passionate about all this, but what is it that God is calling me to? And then I discovered something that sometimes your purpose may not be your passion, to be very honest. Sometimes your purpose may not be your passion because purpose is something higher than you. That's how I say it. It's something bigger than you. It's something that has been placed not for yourself, but for others. Passion could be for yourself, but purpose is meant to be for the service of other people, for the service of God, or for the service to put God forward in the lives of other people. So, realizing all of that, I found out that one of the things that I've been called for, or one of the purpose that I really want to pursue with everything that is inside of me, it's the well-being of people. So I realized that when I enter places, I ask questions: How are you? What's going on in your life? How are you dealing with this? How are you surviving? I just want to know people. I just want to know what's going on in people's life in a better expression, and that is something bigger than me. And one thing that I know that thing has pushed me into is consistency and tenacity. So, two things I would say when it comes to talking about purpose and knowing your purpose. First of all, you need intentionality to be able to pursue that. And then you need tenacity to be able to keep up with it. You could be intentional about your growth or your purpose or whatever God has called you to be, but you need tenacity to stay in it. You need audacity to stay in it. It's why I call myself an audacious disruptor. I just woke up one morning and I felt like, okay, this is what I should say to myself, because sometimes, like I said, your purpose can be bigger than you and you get overwhelmed. So you need audacity, you need tenacity to keep pushing towards that. So I would say the basic thing, the most important thing is intentionality and then tenacity or audacity. So yeah, that's been my story so far. Thank you. Before you chase me out, I don't want to take 3 seconds. Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. For our viewers who are just joining, this is the Purpose and You Talk Show. My name is Mr. Purpose International. Obviously, that's not my real name that my parents gave me, but this is the name that destiny has chosen. This is more like a name that I function with because of my mandate and my assignment as a purpose preacher, life purpose mastery coach. It's not something that you choose for yourself. You know, finding purpose is finding what was chosen for you by the one who created life. That's God. I call God the general overseer of destiny. So this show was pre-planned in purpose to happen tonight. And the three of you right now, it was pre-planned by God that we're all going to be on this show tonight. And that's one of the things I've realized about working in purpose, that there are certain people that you ought to meet, that once you find God's purpose for your life and you begin to walk in it, on that path, you will meet certain individuals that are part of the grand story that will bring about your fulfillment on earth. So your job is to recognize them and also collaborate with them as much as you can. All right. So thank you so much, Amarachi, for that perspective that you have shared. So before we take Naya, because she's a loaded woman. She's so loaded that Russia had to call for her to come over. For
Russia has to rush her.
Not Daniel. That's how Daniel is. So, Mrs. Amarachi, that's how his mouth is. Stop minding.
Daniel the hyper, don't for Daniel.
So Ifunanya, in 3 minutes, if you can, tell us what this phrase, the power of purpose, means to you. Power of purpose.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for this once again, Mr. Purpose. I love this your name. So for me, the power of purpose means bearing your yoke when you are young. I think because of who since I have to from small have to collect my first position, I'm naturally a leader, whether I like it or not. Even if there's a situation, I'm just there. They will say, okay, you. And it just came like that. It had to I had to always face people that are older than me. Every time I'm always the youngest in an organization, the youngest in a situation. So because of it, I always had attacks. What do you have to say this morning? What do you have to? It made me to not talk sometimes, even if I have an idea. But when I came upon a scripture and I read about David became my favorite Bible character because David was how old? And I saw that
17.
David was having attacks and I was having the kind of attacks David was having and all. That eventually went to play instruments. The person that even called him chewing spear, I was like, are you people serious right now? I thought it's you that King David saw that called this guy. You are still throwing his spear again. So the thing made me to just feel like it's not only me that's going through this. And again, I came upon a scripture that do not be, I think it said, do not feel afraid when you are called to say what you want to do. Do not feel you are too young to do what you're supposed to do.
That's Jeremiah 1 verse 7.
Yes,
Jeremiah 1.
I
Where
just
God was
held that in
talking to
my mind
Jeremiah.
like this, that you know what? It's not my fault that God called me. I don't know what people were doing in heaven, but they gave me this. But it's not my fault. So I held it that let no one despise you because you are too young. So it made me, and the one that I've been coming recently is that it is good that one bear his yoke when he's young. So the power of purpose allow you to bear your yoke when you are young, because there's one particular on the purpose in the purpose school, one of Mr. Purpose messages about the days your um seasons of your life, morning, afternoon, and night. God help you that the day that dawn on you is when you're in your 90s, and that's when you are seeing that this is what you're supposed to do. I always used to, when the Purpose Discovery Academy launched her mobile app, that particular course itself, I went to listen to it and listen to it again. He took his time to explain. And when we were even having a conversation, he said something that I'm in my morning, afternoon. That's how he said it. I'm in my early day. I was like, ha.
That in your
If
early
Mr. Purpose in
afternoon
his early,
season.
which time am I? Yeah, you said it, but you didn't. When I heard it, I was like, my own time, God, I beg. So the power of purpose makes you to start counting your own morning, afternoon. I know that, see, just because they are telling you you can start at any time does not mean that your own must be like Moses at 80. You are not Moses. And so the power of purpose makes you to start bearing your yoke for when you're young. And another thing that the power of purpose does to you is that it will start making you not look stupid. Like when it's like a fish on land, you would think you are useless. You'll be struggling. You'll be struggling. Or the Holy Spirit gave me this one, like a flower basket, trying to it's all possible best to fetch water. Every time the water is leaking and you're thinking that something is wrong with you. Meanwhile, you're just a basket. You are meant to carry vegetables, help people with other distance, but you are struggling so much to just breathe. Or another one came, like imagine a flower vase being used to draw water from well. Before you even reach the well, you have broken. You have not gotten down to the well. You are not meant to fetch water from well. The basket or the bucket for it knows what is used for. You are just meant to stand there and beautify. That is why people find themselves struggling. Some people want to be founders by all means. Maybe you are not called to be a founder. Maybe you are just called to just sit down and help somebody achieve their own and just decorate. Probably be the organization face. But you don't know that you're supposed to be the organization. You just beautify the organization. You have no idea. So you are trying so much to go to the well. Before you go to the well and fetch the water, you have broken. If you eventually fetch water when you are coming up again, you've broken. You are not meant. You are a flower vase just to beautify. Or you are trying. So the power of purpose makes you know where you are supposed to be and not struggle to do things that you're not. It just reduces. See, if you're in your purpose, there's a difference. And when you are trying to do something, there's always a difference. You may think it's not, people may call it, other people will be asking you, is this not hard? How are you doing it? It's coming, it's flowing. That's when you enter your flow state. In purpose gives you flow. Other things will not give you flow. You just know that you are not getting it. And you are struggling. It just I don't know, but since I entered my flow state, and just Mr. Purpose say designed, I'll just, sometimes it's not even convenient for me, but when I start doing it, I'll just be there. He will say correct this, I'll just correct, because I know that it's just flowing. I'll just go there and just change the thing. It not stress me like when I'm trying trying to do something else. So that's what power of purpose does for you actually. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Amarachi, thank you for being so gracious. That's women empowering women.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm just
Daniel,
joking. So thank you so much for that. Let me just chip in. I'm just the host tonight, so I'm not supposed to be dropping too many bars. But let me just drop. Ifunanya she touched
That's
something in me, so I
awakened.
just drop it for somebody. So when you find purpose, for anybody watching this, you become super. It brings you into a realm where the supernatural becomes your natural.
Natural.
And that super is an acronym for number one. S stands for, it helps you unlock your spiritual identity. and your spiritual stamina. Because just like each of us, our unique faces in front of a mirror so that we can be identified here on earth, when you find purpose, your real spiritual identity is revealed to you. You can live from that identity to your authenticity and live as an original version of yourself. Because before now, there has never been any human being like you. In the days of Moses, in the name of, yeah, we praise God for David and Daniel, for Esther, for Ruth, for Rebecca. But guess what, Amarachi? Rebecca is not you. There's something you have that God did not put inside Rebecca.
Rebecca.
And you were not needed in that generation. That's why you didn't come then. So for you to be here on the earth now is because you are loaded and you are needed. You are necessary. So it helps you discover your real spiritual identity. When you want to brush your hair, you don't look for your toothbrush. You look for your hairbrush. So purpose is what helps people even locate you on this earth as necessary for their own problems to be solved. Letter U, purpose gives you undivided focus. Letter U, you need to find you. It gives you undivided focus. Many young people are distracted today because on Monday they want to be like Michael Jackson. On Tuesday they want to be like Mike Tyson. On Wednesday they want to be like Magic Johnson. On Thursday they want to be like they want to just be the John. You know, they are living to imitate others or the reigning trends. But once you find God's focus for your life and you focus on that focus, in due season you become the focus of your generation of men, right? It gives you undivided focus. Letter P, purpose turns you into a problem solver. When you find your own purpose for being on the earth, you find your identity, you focus on a unique ability you have, then you now become like somebody has mentioned David tonight. When Saul had that problem, guess what? It was only David that could solve it. Can you imagine? David had developed himself in the secret, but somebody's always watching when you think nobody's watching. Somebody's always watching when you think. Somebody mentioned his name to the king. The Bible did not give us the name of the person. But when you begin to fulfill purpose in your local sphere of influence, you're just adding value, maybe to 3 people, maybe to 10 people, but you are doing it with a sense of this is my purpose for being on the earth. This is the value I was created to add to human beings. You will be shocked that you'll be recommended someday to a king, right? Joseph went from pit to palace and prime minister in 24 hours over something he had been doing for 13 years in the dark. So you become the problem solver to a specific problem. And that's the key to your prosperity. Because imagine now, let me just give you guys a simple maths formula to do, to see how rich you can be if you stay in your purpose. So imagine you create a product that is unique to you as a solution to the needs of people on the earth. And then right now, you are selling that product for, let me use dollars, 1,000, let's say $100. And then how many human beings do we have on the earth? 8.2 billion people on the earth. Let's imagine just 0.1% of that fraction begins to buy that product and they need it every day. So let's do a simple math. $100 times 1,000 people. Let's start with 1,000 people. That you create that product or that service and you are able to now market it, distribute it, and reproduce it consistently. You can never be broke. So a lot of people do not even understand that the key to unemployment, the key to solving unemployment is purpose discovery. Because in purpose discovery, you would never need to be employed by someone else. Rather, it will be a case of deployment. Even if you are in a career path, even if you have been given a 9-to-5 job, but you are a purpose-driven individual, you will manifest other potentials that is not on your credential. In the line of Amarachi is just, I'm just feeling you. So that's letter
So,
P. You become a
yeah.
problem solver and a passionate problem solver at that. Then letter E. Should I release that here? I won't talk about it. If you want to find out what letter E and R is, go and download the Purpose Discovery mobile app. Right? It's on Google.
Yes.
It's on Google Play Store for Android users. We are working on bringing it to Apple users right now. So now let me ask each of you, what was the greatest challenge for each of you at the early days, at the beginning of your discovery phase? You were like a pregnant Mary, but nobody knew you were pregnant. Your stomach was flat, but you knew you were pregnant. They were looking at you funny because you ran to the bathroom to vomit. Only you knew that now I'm pregnant with God's baby. And I cannot abort this baby because I know I am pregnant with greatness. So what was the challenge for you, Amarachi? Let me start with you. What was the first challenge you faced when you knew that I am more than this? This is not, maybe what I studied in school is not what I'm supposed to be doing for the rest of my life. What was the challenge and how did you overcome it?
Okay, I think number one challenge I had was consistency and belief. Okay, so I know that this is the purpose, this is the path I'm supposed to work with or work in. But you know how distractions are always everywhere, and sometimes I know to fulfill purpose, you need patience. For example, a pregnant woman, like you said, will need to be patient for next 9 months to be able to give birth to that big dream or big purpose or the child that she's carrying. But the challenge I had was consistency and impatience because I felt like, okay, this is the purpose. I should see result now, 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 now. This is like it should be birthing right now, right now. And the days that I don't see those results or I'm faced with little challenges, which will always come when you're in line with your purpose. I mean, Jesus Christ himself faced a couple of challenges, even down to Satan asking him, trying to tempt him. And so when those temptation periods comes, I'm always challenged with questions like, okay, is this what I want to do? Am I sure this is what it is? Am I sure that this is what I'm supposed to be doing? Because the challenge is too much. And just like I said before, your purpose is always bigger than you. And the bigger your purpose, the bigger the challenges. But being a member of the Purpose Discovery School, I think it helped me. I remember having a couple of conversations with you, and I know that one of the things you told me was stay in your path. If this is where God has called you to stay, be there. Come rain, come sunshine, be there. You're pregnant, and with time, it will begin to show and you begin to see results. So, one of the things I chose to do in terms of the challenges is to stay in my path and not take my eyes away from every other distractions by the way. Of course, to always come. Sometimes people are like, okay, do this one, don't do this one, do it this way. But I just chose that, okay, if I say that, if I know I'm convinced already in the spirit that this is what I'm called out to do, the best thing I can do is to stay in that path and pursue. And here I am today, and the result is already showing.
Wow, fantastic. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much for sharing. All right,
Thank you.
Daniel, what was the major challenge for you at the early seasons of your discovery of purpose? I remember a particular one, but I will not say it. So I want you to let me see whether it's the same
It's the
particular
same
challenge that I
thing.
know that
I'm
happened then.
sure
But
it's the
from
same
your own
thing.
perspective, I was just an observer from the outside. But tell us, what was the major obstacle you had to overcome to walk on this path till where you are now?
Okay. So the major thing I had to say was convincing my parents. Remember, I said at the beginning that they were already calling me Dr. Daniel.
Dr. D.
I'm telling you, they're already calling me doctor. And the doctor now say he doesn't want to doctor again. They were like, who doctored this? But so yeah, it was actually convincing my parents that I am. I think for the first time in my life, I had conviction that this decision I was making was the right decision, right? Like it. Yes, I know that God had used Mr. Noah and the Purpose School to help me discover myself, but there's a place you will get to by yourself when you understand and you're convicted by something, that is beyond what any human being can sway you from. right? It was convincing my parents. I had a lot of offers for some weird reason. In fact, there was a time when my parents were like, you know what? In fact, at some point they say, no, we agree. You want to do actually you discover purpose, no wahala. But first of all, go and do our 7 years first in university and get our medicine degree and come back. And I was like, no, we should think it now. I will spend 7 years of my life doing what I cannot do. I will not come back again. It's my life now. Then I think one of the most craziest things, or when they thought I was really crazy, was when my uncle, I had an uncle that was living in the UK that came back to Nigeria, and he was like, Daniel, I've heard what's going on, right? It was like, if I should change my mind right now and leave this purpose thing and say I want to do medicine, that as he's going back to the UK, he's going to carry me along so that he will put me in a university in the UK. Hey, when my parents heard it, their life has changed. God has buttered their bread and sugared their teeth.
Wow.
Yeah. And I said no because I was convinced beyond doubt, reasonable and unreasonable, that medicine was not the path for me. It was art. Something had shifted inside of me to have turned down that kind of offer. I don't know. I've had many calls. As a family member started calling me, say, "Are you okay?" If it, I had some uncles that say, "It was my child. I would have packaged him and sent him. Like, which kind of nonsense? Which kind of purpose is this one?" I'm sure Mr. Noah wanted to mention it now. My mother went to his office to go and talk to him and say, "What did you give to my child to eat?"
Wow.
Because he couldn't believe that I was like a mad person to them. I was like a mad person to them. And come to think of it, me too. It was not clear eye, I'm sure. I'm sure it was the Holy Spirit moving. It was the power. It was the power of purpose that was
Purpose.
moving me. Yeah, it was not clear eye. Those were the challenges. And the way are we talking about how we overcame, or we have another session for how we overcame? Or we should just move on? Okay, let me just say how I overcame. Apparently, you can hear me. So one of the scriptures I used, right, that Mr. Noah and God showed me was Proverbs 21 verse 1, I believe, that the heart is in the hands of the Lord, and as rivers of water flow, right? It has turned the heart the other way. I fired that prayer on top of my parents' head. I'm sorry, but it was important. And after I fired that prayer on top of their heads, they had no choice but to agree, because there was no convincing me otherwise. I was certain and I was sure and I was going to go for it. I rather obey God than live a miserable life. And I rather obey purpose,
Yeah.
yeah, than live a miserable. Because at the end of the day, if I do what my parents said and it does not succeed, they'll still come and say, "Hey, why didn't you do what you wanted to do now? Why did you listen to us? Is it not your life?" It's life. It's well. But they're amazing people, by the way. They supported me
Wow.
at some point.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
Thank you
Thank you,
so much
Daniel.
for sharing. Wow. By the way, for those who are watching this live right now, Daniel here is single and is husband material 100,000 yards plus. And we are trusting God that after this series, so I'm just telling you, any lady out there, if you are by the well like Rebecca, we are sending camels to get you. So Rebecca position, because we are sending camels to get you for
Flesh and
Daniel.
blood revealeth it
All
not.
right. So
I'm telling you.
yeah. So
Oh
as
my
as
God.
a woman, I don't subscribe to what is going on in this generation. A lot of madness is going on, especially on social media and all of that. Some women in this generation believe that you can go and meet a man and propose to him. That's not the order of God, right? That's
Yeah.
not how
Yeah.
God designed things. It does not even make sense. Even in the animal kingdom, animals know it. You see
Mm.
the you see
Agree.
the she goat or the hen or the eagle, the female eagle. They will allow the male woo them in the lion in the kingdom of lions. The female lion waits for the strongest male to come and win her over by conquering that territory, defeating Mufasa or Scar. And
Simba.
you
Lion
can
King.
remember, you remember
Simba.
the Lion King story. Mufasa
Yes.
Yes.
was in charge. If you look at the lion in charge, he's well fed, he's robust, his gait, the way he walks. You see confidence, you see competence.
Mm.
Then the female
Mm.
lion would now submit to the king in the authority. That's how God
Mm.
structured it.
Mm.
But a female cannot go and propose to a male, should not. But a woman who has found purpose, because she has found purpose, purpose will push you to be at the right places where you can be found by the right
Mm.
man. That's just
Listen.
how I met my wife. I met her in the line of duty.
Mm.
So for ladies out there watching this, your life's purpose is not to get married. Marriage is not your purpose. Marriage is a vehicle that should take you and the
Your
man that is
purpose.
vision driven and purpose driven to where both of you can begin or continue to fulfill your why for your reason for being on the earth. Like one of my mentors would say, you need to find purpose for life before you choose a partner for life. If
Mm.
you don't know your purpose for life and you choose a wife, most likely it will end up in strife. And then both of
Mm.
you would depart from each other's life, and they call that divorce. So, because there are now two forces in the marriage going in the opposite direction. But one of
Okay.
the powers of purpose is that when it brings two people together, you will be complementary. By
Yes.
default, you will be collaborative, not antagonistic to each other's lives, mission, and all of that. So even if your complexions don't complement, maybe two of you want somebody. So it's not about external factors. We're talking about more internal qualities,
Yes.
and purpose is so powerful. By the way, I'm in love mode again because our wedding anniversary is just next week. So
Mm.
purpose brought my perfect match to me in the line of duty. So I'm very sure that whoever Daniel chooses to ask into his empire, man, girl, whoever you are blessed. All right. One thing you
God
are sure of
bless.
is that lions will not eat you up
100, 100.
because it's Daniel that conquered the lion's den
Of
Yes.
that is
course.
asking
Yeah.
you.
Yes, sir.
So, who's going next? How do you conquer the initial obstacle, Ifunanya? What was the major thing that you had
The
to overcome?
obstacle. Okay, thank you very much for that question. One of the obstacles that I had to conquer will be finding a niche because I'm good at so many things. So finding the one that I'm not supposed to, I cannot make, what will I call it now? It's not everything that you know how to do that you must make an income from.
From.
So I started with fashion. I even registered the business. I
Wow.
registered it. Yes. Today I opened an Instagram account for it. Today when I saw it, I was like, God. Yes. So I'm a very once it comes to my spirit, I execute it at that spot. Except so immediately I got it. The first thing I don't want to steal my business idea. I just registered it. I used the money and I just registered it immediately and started it. But when I went to NYSC, that is the thing about struggle. They did a pitching business. I was struggling so much to pitch why I'm even doing this fashion. And I was struggling. I tried to do the business plan, it did not work. I did business ideas. I entered Tony Olumenu's business idea plan. I even went through the class just because I wanted to do this but still it did not work. So finding a niche was a problem for me. But even when I started coaching, finding a coaching line, because again, I told you I struggled with, okay, I'm too young. I felt like, well, why were people listening to me that I'm a relationship coach actually? So I was like, maybe I should not do that. Maybe I should do child counseling. Because I'm very good with children. I love children. So I said maybe I should do that. And it was really difficult finding a niche for me. But with time, I found that what you're called to do, you don't need, if God have called you to do something, you don't actually need permission from people to tell you what to do. You just need to just go. And also that was the problem that I had. And I had another one, other voices. And people don't know, but the first person to criticize me is usually me. So if I'm a high critic of myself, when other people are not saying something very personal, right? Because before you said that thing, I already told myself. So you saying it again, I'm like, it's not looking somehow. Who are you to tell me something I've already told myself? Something like that. Yes. So other voices were the problem I had. Everybody trying to tell me who they think I should be was the problem. I like writing stories. I think the last time we had this session, I explained how I started writing. I even published my first book. But just let me tell you, writing is not your strength. Just leave it. So at the time, I stopped writing actually because I felt like probably because I missed some grammatical errors and all. So the person was like, this just leave it. You like writing as is in your head. Good writers don't write as they talk. They write in a distance. But that is something that you go through training. Just because a skill, even after God even told David that he'll become king, he did not become the king immediately. Bam. He went through processing. People that were broken came under him and they became strong men of David. He went through the process and was able to bring even people in that same part that he went through to become strong men of David. But when that person told me that thing that you are not, I took it personal and I stopped writing for a while, honestly. So, but with time, I found out that who are you? You even find yourself. You don't even know where you'll be in 5 years. Who are you to come and tell me who I'm supposed to be? Your destiny is in the hand of God. You are not, all of us are pencils. So it's not you that come and tell me how to write my own story when you are not the one holding the pencil. And all. So that was the thing I had to break out from other voices. And the one that also gave me a challenge was finding my own people. There's something I found out that even in purpose, you cannot do it alone, whether you like it or not.
It's
You
called
cannot
finding your purpose bunch.
fulfill.
It's called finding your purpose bunch, like a
Yes,
bunch of banana or a bunch
yes,
of plantain. If you check that
yes,
particular fruit, they come in bunches because God will not bless. God blesses us in bunches. So if you find purpose, it will connect you. If you follow it, it will connect you to your
yes,
own bunch. You will find the right mentors for you. You will find the right
yes,
colleagues. You will find the right mentees because you also have to inspire people downwards. You gain inspiration upwards. You find people you are running with, your teammates, your purpose mates, your friend.
yes,
Friendship should be by purpose, not by who is living next door.
yes.
It's not
True.
it's not
Or who
who is
is
living. It's not by
hyping you?
proximity. Yes. So please help me preach it to your generation of young people. Friendship is not who liked my comment on social media the most. No, it's based on whose destiny is connected to mine,
To mine.
and
Yes,
not who did I go to nursery school with. I must go to the same primary school with the person. We must now go to the same university. Or whose wig do I like in this university? I like that girl's wig. Those are the people I roll with. So it's beyond the ephemeral things that are external. So if when I just quickly round up so that we can take Amarachi's. Amarachi has shared hers, right? Sorry.
Yes, yeah.
Forgive me, pardon me. Okay, yeah, there's someone we're
It's
supposed to add
fine.
to this call. There's someone we're supposed to add to this call, Ebuka. But
Yeah.
Instagram, I can't have more than 3 of you on at the same time.
Ah.
So since he's the male, you want to go off. Oh, okay. I wanted to just ask Daniel to be the gentleman. All right. So, Amarachi, any final words before you go tonight? Any final words? What do you have to say to that young girl out there who is caught in between? Maybe she's in the valley of indecision right now. Maybe her parents have the funds to send her abroad, send her to like the best university, but she's sure that based on purpose discovery, she's supposed to stay in Nigeria. And some people say, God forbid. And be close to maybe a person or a system or the activity. I don't know if you watched this Mount Zion YouTube movie. I think youth call what's cop something
Or
about
Copper's Lodge.
Copper's
Copper's
Lodge.
Lodge.
You know, Copper's Lodge. Remember, there was a particular character whose his parents were very rich, and
Yeah.
the father had set him up to go in a certain direction, connect him to some of his rich friends, but purpose and destiny was pointing him to go serve, to go for that youth service. So, what would you advise a girl? Maybe she's 16 and she's watching this video. What would you have to say to her before you go tonight?
Thank you so much for that question. I'm sorry I have to go early because I have a clashing meeting for 9
Yeah, we know,
a.m.
we know, we know, we know, we know. We know you're a married woman.
No, man. I'm so sorry, but yeah, what I would say is honestly, pursue your dreams or pursue the purpose in your heart or what God is telling you to do. Obedience is better than sacrifice because at the end of the pathway has been placed for me by the society, and that's a sacrifice. But trust me, the obedience to God's voice or God's word or God's calling for your life is usually bigger. So pursue what God is asking you to do with so much confidence. If you have that conviction already inside of you, pursue it. Another thing I will say again is look for mentors, find guidance, find people. When Mary took in, the angel of God already told her rather, that she'll be pregnant with Emmanuel. One of the things that Mary did was to go find her mentor, which was Elizabeth, because Elizabeth is already on that path line.
Yeah,
Elizabeth and Mary sort of have the same kind of experience because the angel of God also spoke to Elizabeth about John the Baptist, but the angel of God spoke to Elizabeth first. So it's more like she's already 6 months ahead of Mary. So one of the things that Mary did was find a mentor, find someone to guide her through the process. Okay, this person has been here before. This person understands this. This person has gone through this process before, and this is where this person is. So the best thing I can do is to align myself with this person so that I can walk through the pathway. Like the saying goes, that I can see far is because I am standing on the
on the
shoulders of those who have
shoulders.
gone ahead of me. So what I would say is you have that conviction, follow through, find a mentor to guide you through it, and by God's grace, you achieve everything that God has called you to achieve.
Wow, fantastic,
Thank you.
brilliant. And by the way, Amarachi is a fantastic host of events as well. I think she hosted one of our events when we are launching our office 2 years ago or so, for
Yeah,
understanding your identity. So also, so before
identity.
you jump off the call, tell them 2 or 3 reasons why they should download the Purpose Discovery Academy mobile app based on your experience with
Number
me.
one, clarity, 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 clarity. Um, how did the Bible say it again? Faith cometh by
By
hearing
hearing,
and hearing and hearing and hearing by the word of God. Now, this one in this case, you get confidence, you get assurance of what you are supposed to do. You get more clarity by hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing and learning and unlearning. So get the app so you keep learning every day and keep hearing every day. It's one thing I do every morning. I try to listen to things that will draw me closer to what God has called me to do. So get that app, number one. Number two is that it expands your vision. So yes, you now have clarity, you now know what to do, but you don't understand the processes. You don't even understand how far you can go. Getting this app helps you expand your vision, helps you understand the process, and it puts you in check of what you're supposed to do or what you've been called to do. So these are the two reasons I'll say everybody should get the app. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Help me thank your husband for releasing you for this past 1 hour plus. Because
Thank
you guys are still in
you.
your honeymoon season. I know how it can be when you're just married under 1 year. Singles out there, find purpose
Thank you so
first
much.
before you propose. If you're a man, I'm telling you now, before you misfire. And if you're a woman,
Mm-hmm.
get a mentor like Elizabeth if you are impregnated by God with an uncommon vision. All right. Don't just
Mm.
rush off into uh, assumption, because a lot of people abort their babies. When I say baby now, not a
Mm.
real physical child. They abort their dreams because they took the right step at the wrong time or the wrong way. Amarachi, thank you so much. I have to let
Thank
you
you so
go. So
much.
painfully have to
Thank
let you
you.
go.
I'm so
Painfully have
sorry.
to let you
We'll do
go
this
so that
again. We
we,
can do this again.
yes, we will by God's
Mm.
grace. So I'm going to
Amen.
bring in Ebuka.
All right.
Ebuka
Thank you,
is,
Ifunanya. Thank you,
thank you.
Daniel. See you guys.
Bye. Nice to meet
Bye.
you.
Bye.
All right. So please, all of you should please also follow your handles, your pages, so that we can, just make this community grow beyond here. So, who's next? What was the last question I asked before Amarachi dropped off?
Our
The
obstacles.
obstacles, yeah, when we first beginning stages of
Okay,
our
I think that has been handled.
yep.
So that we can keep this punchy and short. Let me see. Oh wow, I can't find the Ebuka. If you are still here, please can you just can you just okay. All right, Ebuka, I've sent you an invite, so please kindly accept it. Kindly accept it. Now, let's talk about the benefits of working in purpose. The benefits of working in purpose. Daniel, what are some of those benefits that was not initially obvious to you when you took the risk to stay stubborn to what you knew was God's purpose for your life? And just share a few, even some that maybe you've not shared with me before that I'm not aware of. Because when I look at your hair right now, I know that a lot
Yeah,
of uh,
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of credit alerts is keeping
yeah,
that
yeah,
hair
yeah.
standing like that.
Okay.
Okay, Ebuka has joined us finally. I think he's
Oh,
coming on live. But Daniel, you can go ahead.
okay. So I think the first thing I would say is that one of the benefits has to be spiritual benefits, right? Because it drew me closer to God, knowing fully well that this journey that I have started, borderline on my own, right? Because first of all, this is the first time someone in my family is deciding to do something crazy like that. And initially, my parents, they were skeptical. They tried to support, but you can see the skepticism in them. So I had to follow the person that that gave me the work. So there was that part where it drew me closer to God, to hearing Him and to getting directions from Him. Because when I first discovered myself, the first thing I had to hear from God was, okay, which course am I going to do? Now my life has been medicine. Which course am I going to do? So there was that spiritual benefit. Um, then everything felt easy. I can't even lie. Like to the point of, I had to switch from science to art. That means I had to start reading literature and English, government, and the rest, right? So I had to prepare for JAM in like 3 or 5 months. That means I have to learn everything they're teaching them in 3 years, in 3 to 5 months. And
Hmm.
I can't lie, it was easy to grab and to understand. I'm not even, as in, I can't even lie, it was crazy, but you just don't understand that one thing, the purpose, everything is already inside of you, right? It's already inside of you. So
Like
to
the
connect it,
intelligence you were born with, but that
one
was
with,
not yet
yeah,
obvious to you,
of
just
yeah,
came alive.
just came alive. Like I was almost saying, hey, now this is the teacher now for 3 years. Wow, I hate to speak feeling. But it felt too easy, right? And from then on, even when I got into university, my 100 level, I easily stood out, right? I easily stood out. I started doing professional work for my 100 level, which is unheard of rather, for my 100 level. This rookie that just came, and if you thought, see that, there's something in this guy, let's carry him out. Like I started, and my first professional work was actually in terra culture at that time. It was a huge thing,
Wow.
right? So everything felt easy. And that's what I realized, that when you're in your purpose, if you like Ifunanya said, you will be in your flow, you just be flowing. You just be flowing. Like the things it just come naturally, right? Naturally. Then also the part where my parents started believing in me is when I did a film, and my mom colleague will not come and tell her, I saw your child in TV. Say, my child. She was very happy. The same woman that was not very happy when I wanted to do this. But I was happy for her that she's not happy for her. Okay, I'm happy for myself. Yeah, right. So there was that part of getting noticed, getting seen, getting some little fame perks, right? And one of the things that purpose does to you is to actually put you out there, because you are like a city set upon the hill that cannot be, right? So if you're in your purpose, you will definitely be seen. Then the last one I'll talk about is, yes, I started making money. Yeah, you can't even deny that one. Yes, and is sweet. I'm trying to be modest here, but the Lord has been good. Like the beautiful thing about it is that it feels too easy, because I'll just go and direct one thing, I'll get hundreds of thousands, even if I negotiate well to millions. This is that I can do in my sleep. I'll just go and act. That is what I love doing, and you're paid. Let's do this. Jesus Christ comes. This is good. It's a good joy. It's a good joy. So yeah, these are the key benefits.
And that's the truth, when you're working in purpose, you are paid twice. You are paid, firstly, the financial value that has been agreed upon. Then you also are internally fulfilled. Fulfillment comes only from purpose. You can make money from any legitimate business that you do, but you can never get fulfillment from any other thing else except that specific set of assignment or set of activities that are connected to your purpose. So, Ifunanya, please tell us uh, the benefits of working in purpose for you as we begin to wind down. I don't know, Ibuka, I've not been able to
Okay.
see you join, and we are about to round off.
Okay. So thank you so much for this question. The first benefit would be finding my own people. Yes, because it's now like you understand yourself and all. It was like, the way, like Mrs. Amarachi said that, and when Mary spoke, the child inside Elizabeth womb leaped. So when I'm
Yes.
talking to Mr. Popo, I don't need to explain so much to Mr. Popo already know where I'm coming from. I've not even learned. He have seen it already. You get, I don't need so much explanation trying to explain something to somebody else, and the person is like, what are you saying? That kind of thing. And so that was the first thing people did for me, like finding your own people and just people getting what Mr. Purpose understand. That's the first thing. And now I don't need to always try to fix myself with when somebody is not understand. I'll be like, don't worry, somebody gets that kind of thing. Don't worry. And so it's always the first thing Purpose did. I don't need to try to fix myself. My people will always know that we connect.
Yeah.
The second thing Purpose did for me was peace. And
Very
I don't
important.
need Yes, I don't need to struggle so much for certain things and all. I just know that you just need to put in the work in your own part of purpose. I know because of course purpose will demand from you, but it's better your purpose is demanding from you than something else is demanding and trying to cut your neck, and you're getting dark. See the way my skin is fresh. When I was not in my part of purpose, even Mr. Purpose knows my skin was not like this.
Yes, you were
Hey,
fading
stop.
off, but now you are
I'm
glowing.
telling you,
I'm going
We
on.
can
yes.
literally,
I
if
remember
somebody
the
wants to
first
become fair, they can actually just touch your picture and touch their skin like this.
Let me
when I
just
was
keep
not in my
on
part
going.
of purpose. When I was not in my part of purpose, my color was even everything was just
You were
turning on its
falling
own.
ill. You were
I'm
falling ill.
telling
You
you.
didn't talk about when your eyes became
Yes,
swollen.
yes. Everything was just happening. So it gave me peace and just see, let's just stay here. It's not easy, but it better. This part is better for and all. So peace came with it, and I did not need to measure my destiny with anybody broomstick. I know there are so many relationship coaches and all, but the fact that you have been given something, this particular type of coaching system,
Yeah.
blueprint, follow this system. This is what I've called you to come and say. Yes, there are so many. This is what it gave me peace. That please, when is your time? When is this one? We are getting there. So that was the first thing Purpose did. Second thing, then another thing Purpose did for me was to give me confidence. And oh, if you call me to speak, I remember um anything I have to do with stage, anything I have to do with camera, you will not find me there. I will just be at the engine, helping out, trying to make sure that everything is successful.
You're like
When
Gideon,
my secondary,
hiding
yeah,
hiding
when my
behind
secondary
the.
school, the when my secondary schoolmates were always preparing for choreography or song, I will be I went to boarding school, so we don't have time, we don't have access to all those songs. They used to practice with the song I've memorized before they see the song on the main day.
Wow.
I'm telling you, because I always know the songs. So they will ask me, which song are we going to sing for cultural? I will sing it like Frank Edwards sang it. Used to they bless me. When it came out, I sang it for them. They practiced with my voice before they brought it on the main day. So I'm always at the end. Even when they gave me head girl, it was not still. I used to shout to control the room from a place of intimidation. That if I don't shout too much, they will not understand my authority. That's
Mm.
why I was, yeah, that's why I was shouting in the hall. Oh. It's not because I felt like shouting. I don't like really shouting, but because I felt that this girl is too small. They will not
Mm.
understand until I shout and
Mm.
all. But when Purpose came in, I don't need to really shout. I know you just get it.
You
It
don't
gave
need to
me
make
confidence that you're
noise to
talking.
make news.
Yes, I don't need. You just get it. So that was that was what Purpose did for me. Thank you.
Wow, awesome.
Mhm.
It's sad that we have to come to an end of the show tonight, and we couldn't take Ebuka, but maybe we would schedule Ebuka for at the another edition. Ebuka, I'm so sorry with that you couldn't come live. I think it's a technical hitch. Really
No, we'll
apologize.
schedule for another edition. No, that's why I'm
Yes,
here.
yes. So Ebuka, you will be amongst the next set of guests that we would have on the show. At least your face got on our flyer, and a lot of people have seen you. Ebuka is a young man today, but I met him as a boy in one of the secondary schools, one of the several secondary schools that we went to spread the seed of purpose, awareness, and discovery over 12 or 13 years ago. So I ran into him just maybe 4 weeks ago, complete young man with beers all over his face, and I'm like, I know you from somewhere. And he said, yeah, I used to come to our secondary school. Thank you so much. And I said, what do you do today? He said he's a what did he even call it? Addiction coach. I said, I've not heard that before.
Mm.
I've not heard that before.
Addiction.
But I understood. You see, but as just like Ifunanya said, I understood him. I knew where he was coming from. I could relate with what he was describing about himself, because in
Mm.
purpose you become a pioneer of something. You pioneer a unique idea. It could even be in an industry that is already established, but once you are in purpose in that industry, you will pioneer a legitimate original idea. And that's why I say it's pioneers that become multi-millionaires. It's pioneers that become
Yeah.
multi-millionaires. Check all over the world. In America, every 1 hour, there's a certain number of people that become millionaires every hour in the US. And all of them, I've never seen a job seeker as one of them. Or some, they are usually people that invented something, started an idea, pioneered something, or they added value to something. That's what your purpose does. Of you go, tell those watching the ultimate reason why they should download the Purpose Discovery mobile app. Let me allow let me allow Ifunanya to go first. Then
Okay. Why should you download Purpose Discovery app? I know that I'm admin lead for Purpose Discovery Academy, but let me tell you guys the thing. I don't used to see myself as, that people can be in church and they become members and they don't get for me because it's Mr. Purpose. Let me tell you something that Purpose Discovery Academy application will do for you, the mobile app. You have access to learn from what you not get in this IG life. Mr. Purpose is aware that if you are not close to him, familiarity will make you not to take from the well that you are saying. You will walk past him in David Christian Center plenty times. That is the church that is, and you don't know. But when you download the Purpose Discovery Academy app, you will take from the well that he has really put. He put the wisdom God has given to him inside that application. I had to go through the video because I don't want to be telling people download and me, I'm not there. God forbid. So you get the wisdom from finding who you are, your identity, how to stay inside when you are found who you are is in that Purpose Discovery Academy app. There's workbook for you too that he took his time to make sure that okay, when you're found, let's go through the step. You will get the workbook for doing it by yourself. And one thing I discover about working with the Purpose and doing this thing is not just about watching, listening. If you don't do the work, you cannot expect to get result. It's until I took it personal that I could see myself. I did not come to Russia because I just flew. It's because when they said we should do 5 identity road, find out who you are, I took it personal by writing it down and say, now we need to rebrand ourselves. So when you download the Purpose Discovery Academy app, you have access to finding who you are, to staying in that past part that God has given you, like Mrs. Amarachi said. You have access to the wisdom of God because there's so much noise. One of my favorite Instagram live with Mr. Popo was finding, I think, something God's voice in this noiseful generation. So when you download the app, you will know how to stay focused in this full of noise. This our generation full of access to just stay
so much.
and build.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Ifunanya. I look forward to attending your graduation ceremony in Russia. By God's grace, we will come, my wife and I.
100,
Russia is just a thought away.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, our exquisite executive director. By the way, Daniel here was the what will I even call it? He so much. He does so many things. He was the director, as in to birth that dream of putting all the courses on the app. Daniel was extremely instrumental in the entire production. So, in case you are a life coach, this is the man. Just follow his handle. It can help you also reproduce such a production. If you want to build a course and you need production and post-production knowledge, and please make sure we're not in Freetown, and nothing is free in Freetown, right? So Daniel, talk about why any young person, even people in their midlife, why they should download the PDA mobile app.
All right. So I heard something one time I like to reiterate here. No matter how beautiful a ladder is, all right, and you climb that ladder, you don't want to get to the end of that ladder and realize that you are in the wrong building.
Mm.
Yes, we're in a generation where Everybody is concerned about what's fancy, what's flashy, what's beautiful, and not concerned about what is important and what's purposeful. Right? Not everything beautiful is purposeful. So my message is to every young person, every Gen Z, every millennial out there that this is the best time for you to discover yourself. And the Purpose Discovery app is one of the best app for your life at the moment. I'm sorry.
Your
Don't
mouth with
leave me.
Mr.
Don't
Purpose
leave
too
me.
much.
Don't
You're
leave
not
me.
talking like him.
Right. I'm sorry, but I'm about to take some shots or take some tables. Um, this Purpose Discovery app is the most important app you have on your app store on your phone, not TikTok, right? Really quick and talking into your time away, right? Not even Instagram that's being helpful, but it's not giving you instant gratification you need for your life. Not even X, because you can X your life if you're not careful. But the Purpose Discovery app is the app that will help you understand why you even need to be on other apps and what you should be doing on other apps, right? So, if you're listening to my voice, please download the Purpose Discovery app. Discover yourself, discover your uniqueness, discover who you are meant to be. This generation where attention seems to be the new currency, you want to be getting the right attention for the right purpose so that at the end of the day, when you eventually climb your own ladder and get to the top of your building,
Hmm.
you are at the right building.
Telling
You're happy for it. So,
Wow.
okay.
you.
Wow. Wow. Somebody saying the last time you checked, it wasn't on Play Store yet. That's why we're telling you it's now on Play Store. If you are an Android user, if you are using
Yes, yes,
Android,
yes.
please go check it now. You will find it there. If you're an Android user, and we're currently making the courses. The courses are currently free for you to watch. So once we have a certain number of downloads,
Hmm.
it will and it's actually affordable. Even the price is 5,000 in naira, and if you convert that to dollars wherever you are, something very affordable. God instructed me not to make it expensive. He wanted everybody to be able to afford it. So attention when you download the app. That's all you have to. You pay attention, and you'll see a lot of transformation happen. Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being on the show with me today. Kindly post. Maybe I'll send you that privately. But please let's talk about the PDA app. Let's be very conscious of anyone younger than you can draw inspiration from your life. So even people older, but let's start with the younger generation. They need a lot of mentoring. Many of them are lost and they've not even started their real journeys uh, in life. So we'll be rounding off the show at this point in time so that I can allow Dr. Ifunanya get some early rest. It's 2 hours ahead. I think it's past 11 in Russia. And I'm sure Daniel might be cooking a new script or a new stage play or something.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay. Can I just say real quick? If
yeah,
you're
you can talk
listening,
about it. Talk about it.
yeah, Party Jollof is going to be on the island the last 2 weekends of October.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Yeah, we
wow.
have 2 plays happening in December. One is my own personal play, Father Christmas. Then the other one is Every Brilliant Thing. Father Christmas on the mainland, Every Brilliant Thing on the island. So it's the back
Fantastic.
end of the year. Yeah,
Fantastic. So you guys, you heard it first right here on the Purpose and
yeah.
You Talk show. Want to build your right? You can Ifunanya Eze, right? She built our website, the Purpose Discovery Academy website. It's not your potential energy. You can't discover yourself and just remain at discovery level. you must use that discovery to add value. You must use that. So when I find out you have potential for something, I give you a task to build confidence. So thank you guys for doing this with me tonight. You guys are going to change our world. I'm very sure of that. And every one of us will definitely fulfill our purpose for being on the earth. So that's all we have for you tonight. We have more, but we just have to respect the time. And I always say this, all men eventually die, but some never truly lived because they never found purpose. Go download the Purpose Discovery Academy mobile app right now, and you would find a lot of treasures were buried inside you. Exceed as you proceed, everybody. Good night from here. Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Bye.